Good afternoon. Today I am going to tell you about the issues on which the Democratic Party is going to fight this presidential election. Because, like Manifesto in India, also all the political parties who fight the election, they also publish their manifestos. Likely, similarly, in the United States of America, Democratic Party releases 2024 party platform draft outlining historic record and bold agenda for President Biden and Vice President at that time, Vice President Harris, to finish the job. Actually, it was published on July 13, 2024, but the issues are the same. Issues are the same, right? So I would like to present before you. Many of you may not have seen their the historic record, right, outline of the historic record of the Democratic Party. But I am today now I am going to present before you those a few important things of that agenda, right, of the Democratic Party. It is said that the Democratic National Committee released a draft of 2024 Democratic Party platform featuring both the historic accomplishments of the Biden-Harris administration and a bold, progressive agenda for the next 4 years for President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Democrats to finish the job. The platform focuses on priorities for Democrats up and down the ballot, from growing the economy to lowering costs of families, tackling the climate crisis and securing energy independence, closing the racial wealth gap, and investing in small businesses, restoring Roe versus Wade as the law of the land, protecting communities from the scourge of gun violence, and protecting freedoms for all Americans, and securing all border and strengthening American leadership worldwide. You see, this is the first part or introductory part of the agenda, right? So further it says that this platform highlights the progress that we have made since day one of the Biden-Harris administration and recommits Democrats up and down the ballot to our mission to give every American a fair slot. It was said by DNC chair Jamie Harrison, while Donald Trump and the RNC crafted an extreme MAGA platform behind closed doors. We know that their real blueprint for a second Trump term is their toxic and dangerous Project 2025 wish list to chip Americans' freedoms and give handouts to billionaires on the backs of working people, and clear the path for Trump to be a dictator one day. You see, the contrast couldn't be clearer. Our drafting committee incorporated a diverse set of expertise and perspective, inviting Democrats from across the nation to participate in our process and contribute to our platform. The breadth and depth of this platform is rooted in our collective experience and reflects a bold agenda that affirms Democrats' commitment to protecting fundamental freedoms of people. Right? The Democratic Party platform was drafted with input from individuals and organizations from across the United States through the 2024 platform written testimony portal, listening sessions, and drafting committee hearing testimony. So this is a great charter, rather, I would say. A Democratic Party's platform and process stand in stark contrast to Donald Trump's RNC platform, right, which was created behind closed doors and closed off entirely to the public, to the press. I'm not going there in detail, but I would say that highlights of the DNC or Democratic National Convention platform, the Democratic National Party, the Democratic National Committees, main highlights. I would like to say, I would like to present before you. They have said that in the past 4 years, Democrats have proven once again that democracy can deliver. Yes, I also believe that democracy only in the world can deliver. And we have, the Americans and the Democrats have made tremendous progress. They have created nearly 16 million jobs. What are the achievements of the Democratic Party in the last 4 years? They have created nearly 16 million jobs prescription drug prices are coming down, and they have taken the most ambitious action in world history to fight climate change. They have seized record amounts of fentanyl and securing their borders in the face of Republican inaction, and strengthen NATO and restoring America's leadership in the world. You see, they have worked to close the persistent racial wealth gap, and that has plagued the country for generations, with black wealth climbing down 60% since before the pandemic, and Latino household wealth increasing by 19% in the last 3 years. 2021 to 2024. So the Democrats are still in a battle for the soul of their nation, and the President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Democrats are running to finish the job. See, now Kamala Harris, being the presidential candidate, will finish the job of the Democrats, right? So Joe Biden and Democrats plan to grow the U.S. economy from the bottom up and middle out. It is proposed that Democrats will deliver on President Biden's pledge to rebuild the economy of the United States from the middle out and bottom up, not the top down. Since President Biden took office, the country has come back from the brink. The deficit has fallen by over $1 trillion. And they have the best jobs record since John F. Kennedy, and they have powered the strongest economy recovery in the world, and they have broken ground on over 57,000 projects across 4,500 communities nationwide, and incentivizing a historic $877 billion in private funding across the United States, with companies investing hundreds of billions more than what they did under Trump to build or rebuild new factories. So this is the record of the Democratic Party in the United States of America. On the other hand, Donald Trump's Project 2025 plans. What the plans? The Donald Trump was planning to rig the economy of the U.S. for his logo friends and billionaire donors who, like him, are only in it for themselves. As President, Trump doubled down on the trickle-down policies of the past, cutting investment in infrastructure and education and rewarding big corporations that ship jobs and profit overseas. Right? So Trump vowed to bring new factories to communities across America, but left nothing behind but a string of broken promises. Project 2025 will make permanent Trump's MAGA tax scam of giving out massive tax handouts to America's wealthiest and big corporations, while letting the middle class suffer. So that is why the Democrats are saying that the people should not bring Donald Trump once again in power, because many people, or many academicians and many historians in the United States believe that Donald Trump is the worst president so far has come to power in a presidential chair of the United States of America, right? So Joe Biden and Democrats plan to reward work, not wealth. Democrats are fighting to reward work, not wealth, and make the tax code fairer for the middle class, while making the wealthy and big corporations finally pay their fair share. Under President Biden's plan, no American earning less than $4 lakh a year will pay more in federal taxes. You see, the taxpayers will be very happy to learn this. So the Democrats are working to end special interest giveaways and to make sure all Americans pay by the same rules, and their plan to cut the deficit by $3 trillion over the next decade. Okay, President Biden and now Vice President Kamala Harris and Democrats will cut working families' taxes, including by restoring and making permanent child tax credit and earned income tax credit. Democrats will make billionaires pay a minimum income tax so that they no longer pay an average tax rate lower than a firefighter or teacher. You see, even the firefighters and teachers are paying more more than the billionaires. So this is very injustice to the common people, to the middle class people, which has been initiated by Donald Trump administration, right? And Democrats won't let corporations get away with paying $0 tax, $0 in taxes, raising the corporate tax rate, and closing loopholes that special interests take advantage of, right? So Joe Biden and Democrats plan to lower costs. They said in the agenda that today our economy is growing, wages are rising, and record number of Americans have good jobs. But for too many hard working families, the cost of living can still feel too high. Lowering costs is Democrats' #1 economic priority. So lowering living costs of the common or the middle class American people is the #1 policy or the goal of the Democrats, right? So they have more to do, but the Democrats' actions are already putting thousands of dollars a year back in people's pockets. So people are saving millions of dollars, an average of $800 a year on their healthcare premiums. The Democrats kept the price of insulin at $35 a month for nearly 4 million seniors on Medicare, and are lowering the price of commonly used drugs for diabetes and heart failure. So the Democrats kept rent hikes in 2 million apartments and are going after unfair junk fees. So through record energy production of clean energy, oil and gas, so the Democrats have lowered prices at the pump for American families. So the Democrats approved the cancellation of $160 billion in loans for nearly 5 million borrowers, including 1 million public servants such as the teachers, nurses, and police, and are expanding registered apprenticeship and job training opportunities. You see, these are the great achievements of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administration. President Biden and Democrats will continue to lower the cost of health care, building on President Biden's historic action, allowing Medicare to negotiate lower drug prices by growing the list by at least 50 drugs a year. You see the achievements. You will see the achievement of Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris. Joe Biden and Democrats plan to tackle the climate crisis, which is a great problem in the United States of America. Not only in the United States of America, climate action, climate issues, or climate change crisis is a global issue, right? And lower energy, they will try so that the energy cost lowers and secure energy independent, right? President Biden is delivering the most aggressive climate agenda in history. His landmark legislation has unleashed a clean energy boom that's reducing pollution, lowering energy costs, and has already created over 3 lakh good-paying American jobs. So he is on track to protect more of America's lands and waters than any president before him, and he has restored the global climate leadership. He is positioning America to lead the future, energy independent, resilient, innovative, and strong. So these are another achievement of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administration. And Democrats are trying to scale up solar, wind, and geothermal projects made possible by the Inflation Reduction Act and investment in clean energy research and development to build America's legacy as the nation of few frontiers and possibilities. President Biden will expand the clean energy workforce with a goal of grabbing the size of American climate crops by the end of this decade, and making sure the clean energy and manufacturing jobs of tomorrow are open and accessible to the communities that have been too often left out in the past. We will do or try to eliminate. The Democrats will try to eliminate tens of billions of dollars in unfair oil and gas subsidies and hold oil and gas executives accountable for potential collusion or price gouging. And the Democrats will continue to implement the President's executive order on environmental justice for all. So these are the achievements of the Biden and the Kamala Harris administration. There are a few I would like to tell you in the next video about the other achievements and other future plan of the Harris administration if she comes in power, right? Thank you.